Wow, I love being in the time of the 90s. When inflation wasn't bad and people didn't get offended by everything every 5 seconds. Oh my god, what's that? The Twin Towers, the Sega Saturn? Wow, who could have thunk it? That's right, I went back in time to get a Sega Saturn, maybe, possibly, I don't know, I'll let you figure that out on your own, to pretty much review the Sonic games that came out on that same platform. Now, if you didn't know, during the 90s, there was a huge console wars going on during the time. Nintendo versus Sega, winner takes all, was Nintendo's Super Mario World and Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Obviously, Sonic won out over Nintendo because, well, the Sega Genesis was far more cheaper than the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, rallying up about $149 for the Sega Genesis, while the Super Nintendo rallied around $200. So, obviously, Sega was in much more households, and when you bought the Sega Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog came with it, so it's kind of like the modern-day version of, I don't know, you get a PlayStation and Spider-Man comes with it or something, I don't know. But the hype didn't last long for 2D platformers, because then 3D games came into the big picture, and Nintendo came out strong with its Nintendo 64 and Super Mario 64, obviously leaving our little blue guy in the dust. Pun entirely intended. And I get it because he's Sonic and he's fast, and so it's a funny joke. Please laugh. So Sega and all the other employees kind of scratch their heads and were like, "How do we compete with the Nintendo 64 and all the other consoles that are coming out nowadays? This is preposterous. I can't believe it. This is insane." And then one person suggested, "You know the planet Saturn? Yeah, let's make a whole console based off of that, and then just that'll be our answer to the Nintendo 64. And then I guess someone over there thought that was a brilliant idea, and so came the most controversial Sega console to date, the Sega Saturn. This was an interesting console, to say the least. People were kind of confused by it. What was it trying to be? Was it trying to be the next Sega Genesis, or was it trying to compete with Nintendo? I don't know what's going on here. Please, can somebody explain? Please. I mean, we already have the Sega CD, and we all know how that ended. But with the new console comes 3 new Sonic games. Sonic R, Sonic 3D Blast, and Sonic Jam, which we will be looking at in chronological order on release dates. So, without further ado, let's finally talk about the game, shall we? Number 1, Sonic 3D Blast. Or wait, was it Sonic 3D with Flicky's Island? Or maybe was it Sonic Spindrift, was it? I don't know. It had like 3 names in the span of like a month or so. I don't know. It's all kind of confusing. Now, I actually lied to you. This wasn't a Sega Saturn exclusive. I know, cancel him immediately. This was actually published also for the Sega Mega Drive, or the Sega Genesis, known in American terms, or the PC. Also, too, later on in 2002, on the Nintendo GameCube, it was also packaged in Sonic Mega Collection, and we still don't have it in Sonic Origins. Way to fucking go, Sega! Damn! Fans have to do your job for you, huh? So Sonic 3D Blast was, it was more like Sonic 2.5D Blast. It wasn't in the sense of Mario 64 3D, but it was more in the sense of, I don't know, top-down RPG kind of 3D, if you know what I'm saying. Now, according to the Sonic Fandom website, the plot arc of Sonic 3D Blast revolves around the evil Dr. Eggman, who wreaks havoc on Flicky Island by capturing the Flickies and turning them into Batniks, as an attempt to locate the Chaos Emeralds and conquer the world. Therefore, it is up to Sonic the Hedgehog to hunt down the Emeralds, save all the birds, as well as the entire island, and put an end to Eggman's sinister plot. I mean, it's kind of giving Sonic 1 vibes, if you really are asking me. But one thing this game doesn't have, and it's a good thing, is Labyrinth Zone. Yep, they did it, chat. They did it. They didn't put Labyrinth Zone in a Sonic game. Let's go, chat. It's like, they didn't put Green Hill Zone in every other game. Yippee! How fun! Now, this game was developed by Traveler's Tales, and if that name sounds familiar, then it should, because those are the same people who made the LEGO games, such as LEGO Jurassic World, LEGO Dimensions, or hell, even the LEGO Marvel superhero game, which, is a banger, so, you can't go wrong with that, am I right? But of course, that wasn't really Sonic's true jump into 3D. Let me introduce y'all to the first ever Sonic racing game. I'm not including the Game Gear ones. You can suck my butt. Number 2, Sonic R. This game has the most f***ing creative name ever. It wasn't like they just made it up in 2 seconds. It was the best name, and I'm going into a Donald J. Trump voice. Oh my god. Developed in the year of our Lord 1997, it was later repackaged to PC in 1998. This game was the very first real jump into 3D. I know, this was a big jump. Even though it's like the most bare-bone game ever imagined, it's just Sonic and his friends racing against each other, and you gotta collect Chaos Emeralds as well. It's all fun and silly and goofy, and I love Low Poly Sonic. He holds a special place in my heart, and if you guys don't like him, then, Ted says, f*** you, audience, you can suck my d***. This game has it all! You can play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Robotnik, Metal Sonic, Tails Doll, which is everybody's favorite thing to make a creepypasta about, especially in the 2010s. We got Metal Knuckles for some reason. We got Egg Robot, which is the most useless character in the game. And we got Super Sonic, which is pretty damn insane for a bit, so I'm going to announce the last game he's going to be reviewing, Sonic Jam, for Sonic Classics on One Jam and CD. Get it? Because Sonic Jam. I made Sonic into a jam. I'm eating him on toast right now. He's delicious. He tastes like blue raspberry Slurpee from 7-Eleven. Now, the reason why I saved this game for last is not only is it just released in the same year, but it's just one big mega collection on the Sega Saturn. But there's a twist. There's a 3D hub world? That's crazy! I didn't know that. In this hub world, you can play little mini games. You can run around as Sonic, really cool. You can be carried by Tails. You can touch Tails. You can also watch Sonic trailers, which all of them are brain rot, and I love them, especially the Sonic 3 trailer. I mean, oh, hold on, real quick. I'm just gonna play the trailer for you. This is art on every single level.
Hey, come on! 体が踊る絶叫体験を君に約束する超音速アクションは止まらない
Non-stop power play. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 from Mega Drive.
Sega!
Overall, this game's not bad, and also, too, there's a little glitch where you can get outside of this hub world and then just run forever. I don't know why they didn't just, like, patch this before release, but whatever. I don't think they thought people would find this, but, you know, it's been like 20 odd years or something. I don't remember how many years this came out, but, yeah, it's been pretty long. But overall, that is all of the Sonic 3D sort of titles on the Sega Saturn. Is the Sega Saturn perfect? Fuck no. Is it bad? Not really. It's not really that bad. I mean, it could be much worse. It could be the Sega CD. But overall, yeah, this is Sega Saturn. If you like these sort of history videos, then please like the video. Maybe comment to tell me what you want to see next. Maybe you want to see me cover the Sega Dreamcast Sonic games, or maybe you want to see me review the Sega Genesis games. And hell, maybe I'll throw in a Sonic CD and why I think it might be the best out of the bunch. So overall, I'm done here. If you liked it, give it a like, comment. Maybe if you're so inclined, maybe give me your subscription. That'd be really epic. And yeah, that's about it for me. Bazinga!